Nobody else is gonna go downtown.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so you see me downtown all the time.
Right.
Okay, that's why I chose this office, because I like to be downtown. We got to do away with the perception that the city is not safe. Okay? Just because we're black or brown doesn't mean that we're criminals.
That's right.
Okay? And just because we're standing in a corner doesn't mean that we're doing something illegal. Okay? But you do have to engage them. Okay? That's the first thing. Kill the perception. Change that perception that the city is unsafe. Then I would knock on the door and I would probably ask Governor Christie to have a discussion about what's called space management.
Okay.
Inside the state capitol, they currently have shops and everything. You know that?
Yep.
Restaurants and cafeterias and everything. I would ask them very nicely, can we work out a deal where you do away with those and allow your people to come back outside so that they can engage our people? But we do need to up the product.
Okay.
And in order to up the product, we need to talk to organizations like TBA and let them know, look, stop bringing us the dollar store.
That's right.
Yeah.
Talk
You
to
know,
'em, bro.
give us some respect. You know, if we will buy, because we have money,
That's right.
but we don't need the dollar store.
No.
You know, and that would definitely help us change that. But now, people are always going to talk about what's your security plan for downtown.
Okay.
So I got to talk about that.
Okay.
You have the state police, you have the Mercer County Police, and then you have our attorney police. We need to create a joint force there.
All right.
We can create a business district, right, that outlines or squares off where most of these buildings are and where these people travel every day. Whenever you travel abroad or anywhere else, they have what they call tourist districts. And in those tourist districts, what they have is elevated or enhanced penalties. If you commit a crime in those areas, then they have enhanced penalties. That's to keep the people who want to commit crime or want to hurt people who are doing business down there away. And they understand, don't come in here because this is our livelihood.
Right.
And people will understand it. We do it right now when it comes to schools.
Right.
We have enhanced penalties.
Right.
We can introduce that into our business district.
Okay.
But we gotta be smart about what we do. So understanding the tools that are already available to us and using them properly, we can get away with this.
Very well said. All right, let's bring it to the forefront and we can close this out. How does Paul Perez come in, jump in the fight, and knock off a few people who are already solidified here, and now moves himself into a runoff? You know, there's some people saying, man, how did he do that? So what was people's decision to run with Paul Perez? And then talk a little bit about how people arrived at moving past the old vanguards for the new tradition. Talk a little bit about it.
But when you spend a lifetime practicing on how to hurt people, you get good at it.
Yeah, I like that.
And then what happens is you don't know how to help people, right? So all I had to do was come in and demonstrate that I know how to listen, that I know how to stretch my hand out, that I know how to welcome them into my team, and that we can work together. And when they saw that, at first, there was rejection.
Right.
Because it was abnormal.
Okay.
And then we had to work with them and condition them and say, guess what? This is normal.
Okay.
That what you're used to is abnormal.
Right.
Then it became very easy for them to reject what they have seen. Okay? 30 years, 24 years of post-civil rights opportunity. Nobody did this to us.
Okay.
We did it to ourselves. And we can count the different names of who were the ones who benefited the most while our people continue to suffer. And then guess what? They're back.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the transition and moving forward. Ugly rumor, I'd like to get it out of the way. Or ugly thought that people are putting in the air now that this has become a black versus brown thing. That's really ugly. I like having those kind of conversations so we can be clear on where you are and what Paul Perez is about. Can you dispel that's not what this is about? This really should be about unifying all of children. I heard you mention 32 different cultures here. So why is there this ugly stigma of now this is Paul Perez versus black versus brown? Can you straighten that out?
That's some people. That's that group of people that know how to hurt people.
Right.
And what they want to do is they want to play on your mind. Because why don't they ask me to debate them? Why don't they say, Paul Perez, come over here. We want to ask you, what's the solution to downtown? Just like you just did.
Right.
Because I got an answer.
Okay.
Paul Perez, why don't you come over here so that I can tell you exactly what I've done these past 20 years when I tell people I have 20 years of municipal experience.
Okay.
You know why? Because they can't do it. And the only thing they got is money,
Okay.
power, a name, right? And we see what they've done. They're responsible for this. I have no heartburn calling Eric Palmer out. Eric Jackson out. See?
Okay.
But I'm gonna leave that in the tape anyway.
All right.
Because it's true. Eric, during this whole campaign, and I hope that he sees this thing, I treated him with respect. I gave him my hand. I gave him a hug. We blessed each other.
Right.
And then he has the audacity to try and discredit what I have personally worked for the past 30 years. That demonstrates to you that what I've been telling you is true. They do this to me, I guarantee you they're going to do it to you. Unfortunately, for the most people who don't know, they don't realize it's being done to them. And that's why we have what we have. We can't keep doing this.
Right.
The choice is obvious. That's why the people are almost in an uprising in the street. We go through that street, nobody is talking about color but them.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Not one. Edith Savage Jennings just endorsed me yesterday.
Okay.
And she said, this election is not about race, it's about character.
Right.
And that's what you teach a child. Character. You teach them honesty. You teach them standards, principles to live by and to uphold. That's the new vision for Trenton.
Okay. Okay, we'll go two more questions and we'll close it out. So we've reached out there, Jackson, so we're gonna see if he would do the same. But here's the question, so we're on record with it. Would you like to have another debate with him? Because now would be ideal. Before we had 9,000 people. So you had to hear little snippets of their campaigns, but now it's 2 people. We can hear, you extensively go into your platform, you can actually debate, and you guys can lay out the facts about where you are and where you're taking the city. Would you like to debate, Eric Jackson?
The answer to that is obvious, absolutely. And then I'm going to give you some homework, Eric. Look, education. You need to understand what early intervention means, okay? Let's do that, okay? And we need to understand that we need a roadmap to success for our children, okay? That includes the parents, the teachers, a new board of education, and a superintendent who wants to be here. That's what we need to do first, okay? Then the next thing we need to do is get middle schools and concentrate on solidifying the basic educational principles learned in middle schools to teach our kids, not about high school, but beyond high school, so that they can know that it's not a dead end at 12th grade. They need to know that they're going to be competitive beyond high school. So there's a snippet about my education platform, which is the most key to what we're doing. The fact that we need to understand that that is our #1 asset in this city. That's like gold. And we need to concentrate on that. $286 million. What are you doing with that money? What are you doing with that money? In that one debate, he said we need more money. You haven't even counted the money we have. And we need more money. We need real leadership. That's what we need. We need somebody that understands how the world looks beyond this border. We need to be able to have reach-back capabilities so that we can bring smart people in that can say, you know what, Trent is not that bad, and I want to help. We need to be ready to say, I don't have all the answers. We need to be ready to say, I need you, come on in here. Okay? Not put on a nice suit and walk around and have somebody chauffeur you around. Now, I'm being chauffeured because they keep attacking me, though. Okay, I wanna put that out there too.
Put it out there.
It's out there, all right? You know, you go out there, you pay a water bill, and they put this phony situation where somebody tries to attack you, and then they quickly take a picture and put it out there. That's what they do,
Right.
okay? So if they do it to me, they're gonna do it to you.
Right.
That's what they're gonna do. This is where we are, Trenton. We are on the verge of going into a new direction. We are on the verge of changing the way that we live. But we have to be serious about what we're doing, and we need to listen to the people who are talking to us. And when you hear them say something like, it's Latino versus black, look at me. Look at me. Can you see me?
See,
Okay, let me see something. Because I don't see no difference here. All right? And I'm just as black as you are. Right? My roots are Afro-Caribbean. Right? America did not have a monopoly on African slaves. You need to go back and take your history lessons. Okay? Stop using that. When they say that, all they're doing is trying to keep us down. That's what they're doing. Then they turn around and they say, well, we need something for our people. We need you to stop messing with our people.
all right, all right,
Okay? That's what's happening.
all right. All right, we'll close it out with this one. I'll let you answer both of them, and you can give your closing words, whatever you want to frame it, because we are at a runoff junction, and you want people to be able to make a clear and distinguished choice on who's who. But the last one would be one question I wanted to get to earlier, so I'll give it to you now. People are certainly concerned about going forward, and the last mayor had a horrific relationship with city council.
Right.
What's going to happen with Mayor Perez